Hey everyone, welcome back to Take a Break Gaming. I'm Dylan. Today, Trevor and Austin are joining us again, and we're going to be talking about this. This time, we're going to be talking about Microsoft's 2017 E3 press conference. Last episode, and we also just finished talking about EA. If you want to see that, link in the description. So let's get started. So let's get the big elephant out of the room. Xbox One X.
Such a stupid name.
It's literally like what the Wii did with the Wii U.
Yeah.
It's like
Xbox
did with calling it the Xbox One.
Like,
that was the third console.
Yeah, are they gonna just keep adding X's for every new Xbox?
I don't know.
It's an XX, Xbox One XX.
Xbox in parentheses. This is not porn. So let's see. It's gonna be released November 7th, and it's gonna be basically $500.
Yes.
What do you guys think about the price? Because that's how much an Xbox was.
That's expensive, mate.
It is, but isn't that how much an Xbox One was when it first came out?
Yeah, and still at that point, it was considered expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and the PS4 was actually like $100 cheaper when
Yes.
it was. So I think it's a bad market.
Which is also the same with the PS4 Pro, which is also $400.
Yeah, that's the same. However, with all the specs that they're adding, like they said teraflops, something about teraflops, I don't know what the fuck that is.
4 teraflops.
No, I think it was like I think it was 12.
8.
I think it was 6 actually. They did say 30 something.
Oh, no, it was 12 RAM, and then it
Right.
was GDSR, and then it's 6.
And then something about store. I don't remember the rest of the specs. I should have run them down. But basically, it's also gonna have backwards compatibility with all the other Xboxes or Xbox Ones, I should say. And it's the smallest Xbox ever, is what they said.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Plus the Xbox One S out for running for his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not hooked on it, especially since I'm not gonna pay $500 for it.
Yeah.
And plus they said if you don't have an Xbox One X but you have an Xbox One, you can still play Xbox One X games on your Xbox One. It probably just won't run as well.
They're not even Xbox One X games. They're just Xbox One games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They just have
it's just a technical upgrade. That's all it is so far.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
If you have a 4K TV, then you'd probably.
That's the other thing. We can't afford a 4K TV, so it's not gonna matter for us.
I mean, they are getting more affordable, but still.
that is true. All right. Well.
One thing though is if you do want you don't have a 4K TV, there is actually some purpose if you don't own any Xboxes and buying this is because A, you're kind of future proofing yourself,
Yeah.
and B, games that are at 1080p, they actually do run better because they have less load times as well as they can load more on the screen and make it look nicer.
Plus, I think you say you have at least a 1080p TV, it'll still look better.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is basically. So if you are interested in getting an Xbox One in total, I would recommend either the Xbox One S or getting this whenever it comes out. But if you already own Xbox, at this point, there's not really much of a point.
Yeah, I seriously hate how consoles are doing like phones do, where every year you need the next thing.
Well, it's not ever. It's 2013. It's been 5 years.
But they're making them more frequent. Guys, game developers, I love you, but we need our money.
Well, they did it with the Xbox 360 as well.
Yeah.
Right, but didn't that come out in 2005?
Yeah, but they had how many versions? They had
they had
4
the
or
Xbox
5.
One Elite, then there's the
Oh
Xbox
shit! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
This isn't new.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was new. My bad. Okay, so now that we're sorry, what?
It kind of is what's called. They just made the console better, but they didn't fully. They didn't actually put in better graphics and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Now that we're done with that, let's get to Metro Exodus.
Mm-hmm. That game looked.
Yeah. Now, Austin, you have played the previous Metro games.
Mm-hmm.
You are a fan. Do you
Yes.
have any thoughts about this new one?
I did think it was very interesting that whenever he came up out of the Metro,
Oh, and he took his mask
he
off?
pulled off the mask. So
Yeah.
then I'm thinking, and why he had it on in the subway didn't.
Maybe that was the place that was contaminated.
But that doesn't make any sense because the nuclear fallout, the radiation, and all of the reason for why you'd be wearing. What?
It's Metro. It doesn't matter.
I mean, okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I never played these because I don't want to get the jump scares, but I see what you're saying. It doesn't really make it's weird.
I mean, maybe if it's further in the future now, I don't know why they'd be trying to.
We're
Yeah.
on a train.
One thing I did think was cool was that fucking weird bear-looking thing.
Mhm.
Some of the mutants look cool. I also noticed that how when he shot the crossbow at the wolf, I think he was able to pick it up and use it again.
Mm-hmm.
That was really nice.
That was
So, but is there a limit to that?
Maybe. But they also did show off the like different arrow types that you could have, like that explosive.
Yeah,
arrow
that's
that they
also
had.
true. So there's definitely some weapon options, maybe some customization.
It definitely would be interesting because I know all of the other Metroid games, they were more linear.
Yeah.
In the way that they were
Yeah.
doing it. If it was an open world game,
This did
That-
look like it might be linear though,
possibly,
but it could be open.
Well, I could definitely. I think it's more linear because do you think that thing with the train thing would just happen?
I'm just saying that.
Well,
would
the
be
fact that
really
your
interesting.
friend was there to help you,
Yeah, I think it's more. It's gonna be more linear. It's just they might have more open maps.
I'm just saying.
maybe. It would be cool.
Dreams could be dreams and rainbows could shoot out of my eyes. I'm just saying that Metro being an open world game would be amazing.
It would be awesome, and if you shot rainbow out of your eyes, I would love that. All right. Anything else you want to add about it, or no? You, Trevor?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It look cool. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Let's get to this next one that looks cool, but not much to talk about. Deep Rock Galactic. That was the.
Oh yeah, that was the dwarf game where they were like burying down into the.
They were shooting each other and all that, but it's like big pixel art and all that.
They weren't shooting each other. They were like shooting the
Well, they had a
giant.
shotgun one, didn't they?
They were shooting like giant spiders.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that is, but I thought it looked interesting.
Yeah, it looks sort of interesting.
Yeah. Anything you want to say about that, Trevor?
No comment. I'm not sure which game you're talking about.
All right,
Oh, well.
that's fine. I don't know if you guys want to talk about this one, but I want to just mention it. They're basically porting from PC to Xbox One Players Unknown Battlegrounds.
Oh, that looked very interesting.
Mhm.
See, that game has been out on Steam for a while, and it's very popular on Twitch. So if you guys ever want to start streaming, it's a good popular game. If any of you don't know what it is, it's literally Hunger Games. You go into a plane, skydive, run around, find gear and weapons, and just kill everyone. Last man standing wins.
That does sound very interesting. Like that would be a
Yeah.
really fun co-op game.
Like-
Yeah, you
or-
can
or-
be on teams. I don't
You
know.
can.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if we try, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
Do you know how what the max amount of players per team is?
It's a lot. I don't remember the exact amount.
Shit, really.
I think it's like up in 50s or 70s.
Jeez.
I could be wrong, but
I don't think that's gonna be that many in Xbox One.
maybe. But I also know
Yeah.
that like because it's like basically Hunger Games. When you play it on the top right of the screen, there's like a number and tells you how many are left.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's like if you stay alive long enough, you know if you're doing good. But it's also one of those games that we'll definitely figure out because it's quiet. There's no music or anything. It's just you running around, trying not to die, and trying to be the last man standing.
It sounds like Bloodborne.
Yeah, but they have music in Bloodborne.
Only in the boss fights.
Really? Yeah, I do think you're right. So I think it'd be fun. I'm glad they're porting it to Xbox. Hopefully it's a good port.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe we can all try it out one day.
Mhm.
Okay, the next one. Trevor, I know you have an opinion on this. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Before I just want to mention, I believe this is the game made by the same people who made Guilty Gear, which is I heard a good fighting game.
I just don't want it to be like just any generic fighting game. Like I don't
That's
know
fair.
if anyone ever played like the Budokai games, like Budokai 3. That was some of the most fun combat I have ever fought in a fighting game because just they put in the dodging and the
Yeah.
teleports in so well.
Are you talking about Budokai 3 or Budokai Tenkaichi 3?
Budokai 3.
Okay, just clarifying.
Literally, that is some of the most fun I've ever. If it's very similar to that, then I'm gonna love this game. But it looks like it might be just some generic fighting game. Which
I
I'm afraid
mean,
of.
you know how like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Injustice, how
I
they
know,
have
that's
that.
why I'm hoping it's not like.
I know too, but because it's made by Guilty Gear, the same people who made Guilty Gear, it might have that type of control
Yeah,
scheme.
it looked more like a Guilty Gear type.
Visually, I thought it looked great, but
Yeah.
because I don't like that type of controlling in my games,
That's what I'm saying is.
yeah, I might not play it. But I
Yeah.
still thought it looked pretty.
I'm not like a super big fan of 2D fighting games, but still.
Yeah. Anything else, guys, about that? No.
I was just like, oh, hey, it's a Dragon Ball Z game. Oh, hey, it's nothing I probably will give a fuck about, sadly.
I'm sorry. All right, so the next game I have to mention because I was excited for this and I wanted to play this on my PC. I know you guys probably don't care about it, but they're putting it on this Xbox and I was not expecting this. Black Desert Online. I've seen videos of that and it looks cool as shit. It's basically a Korean MMO with a really fast-paced hack and slash combat, and like. It not only does it look cool because of the combat, but no matter what character you are, you have fast-paced combat. So I've been wanting to play that, and now it's coming on Xbox, so I might actually get it on my Xbox. Was there anything you guys actually want to say about that, or?
No, I mean, it looked interesting. I've never played an MMORPG, so...
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying them out. They're fun. You gotta find the one that works for you. Because, like, I tried... Some of the ones I tried were Blade and Soul or Revelation Online. Those are fun, but I also tried a lot of stuff like World of Warcraft. That wasn't for me. This one looks like I would love it. I also heard it's a bit of a grind. So, you guys might...
It is an MMO, so...
Wait, you tried Blade and Soul? You mean the anime?
No, that's an MMO.
Yeah, it's an anime, too.
There's an anime for that?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
It's basically Queen's Blade.
I don't know what Queen's Blade is.
It's not that great.
Alright, alright. Next game. The Last Night. So, this had a really pretty, like, pixel art to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was also, like, real world, too, for a sec. Like, you know, saying the backgrounds.
Yeah, it looked 3D for a sec, but then it turned to pixel, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting.
So, I don't know if that's going to be, like, a game mechanic for the gameplay. But I definitely, like, got the impression that this was a very story-heavy game.
Mm-hmm.
So... it looked cool. Not much else to say. I'll wait to see what happens when it comes out. Anyone else got anything else? No.
Nope.
All right. Last thing. Not last thing. Why do I keep saying that? There's so much more. This might be just me talking again because I was kind of hyped. Code Vein.
Oh yeah, you go
Yeah,
go
this
on
is
this.
all you.
So that there was a gameplay trailer. It's basically they are vampires, but it is basically has Dark Souls combat, and it basically so it's kind of like an anime Dark Souls, I guess. It could be like a bad interpretation, like not interpretation, but basically lately games have been kind of Dark Souls themed, where they have inspiration from them. Like Neo was one, Surge was one.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like that too, but I think it could be good. And I'm just saying that because I'm a fucking anime nerd.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I hope that it's good, but I'm not gonna be like overly.
Right.
I'm gonna be skeptical for that one.
Right. As long as they don't make it a copy and paste,
Mhm.
they have their own thing, and it's still fun to play. That's what I want.
Only thing that would get me into it if Austin plays it, he's like, this game is like the shit, and I'll be like, fine, as long as there's co-op.
Yeah, there's got to also be called. I know there's 2 characters you can play, but I think
Is it that one girl that they showed? In the
there's
trailer?
one girl and the one guy.
Okay.
I think you can pick, but I'm not sure. Next game, Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah.
That looked
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, so when I first saw that announced was it E3 2015?
I think it was 2016.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it was
2016. Maybe don't quote us on that. It didn't quite pique my interest because it just didn't hook me. But this one hooked me because you literally shot yourself out of a fucking cannon,
Oh, that was so fun.
and I'm like, I'm gonna have fun with that if I play that.
Yeah.
Like the just leaving people behind while you're grabbing the treasure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we could be a total dick to each other in this game
Yeah.
if we played it.
And one person just getting so impatient waiting on the ship. And
Yeah.
Being like, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah. One thing I noticed though that this might be fixed, but the sword combat looked a little janky. Like put it this way, it didn't look fluid or smooth at all, and that's fine. Maybe that's the route they're going, but I kind of hope that they make it better.
A little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
As long as the ship combat is amazing, then
Ship combat
I
does
can
need to be
forgive
good.
The sword combat being a little.
Yeah, ship combat needs to be good. Also, one thing that I really liked is how I don't know if this is how they're gonna do it every time you hunt for treasure, but it wasn't like a map telling you where it is, like X marks the spot. It was like riddles. You had to-
That definitely that was cool.
So I hope they keep that, but also they have more variations of finding treasure.
Mhm.
So anything else you guys want to add?
It definitely looks very fun, and like what's it called? I could definitely see us just playing that game for hours and just be like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing that I do want to make sure that game has is that it isn't just like, okay, what are we gonna do now? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like having the freedom of choice, but I also like knowing what the fuck we're gonna do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause I could definitely see that game falling into the what the fuck are we gonna do now after we get treasure. Honestly, there has to be a point to the treasure.
There-
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just thinking that like, is there like ship customization? Like how
Yeah.
are we using the funds?
And also, like, I kind of want a bit more than just that. I mean, that you're a pirate, basically, but, like, you know, treasure hunting, ship battles, you could have, like, raiding a town or some shit, or, you know, give us more options, is what we're saying. Anything else about that?
Other than, thank God, Rare is making games that are not Kinect games.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot this is made by Rare. Okay, so next one is actually kind of a big one for us because we have been waiting for this game. Cuphead finally got a release date.
Oh
Thank
yes.
God.
It's about fucking time. They didn't. I don't think they showed anything new, did they?
No, I'm honestly fine with that. I'd rather just.
I'm just glad there's a release date because I've been waiting for this game. I just like the idea of having like classic Disney-looking animation as gameplay.
Like the 1940s.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But also, it's two-player co-op, so we could have fun with that.
Yeah.
And it's not split screen, thank God, because I can't.
Well, technically, it might be like Castle Crasher split screen. If that makes any sense.
I see what you're saying. It could be. But I'm glad they got a release date. Anything else, guys? No. Okay. The next one that I don't think they're excited for, so I'm just gonna talk about it, is Crackdown 3. That finally got a release date too, November 7th.
Yeah, it took them long enough.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I never played any of the other Crackdowns, so from what I understand, it's basically kind of like, I guess, Saints Row, where you just run around the city in terms of exploration. But one thing, the reason I am excited for this game that piqued my interest is that apparently they're making everything destructible, which, if we get that and play that, it's gonna be chaotic as fuck.
Yeah.
So I just like
the Xbox One handle it though.
That's the thing. That's the one thing that they have to get right. The Xbox One has to be able to handle it. I don't know if it will, but I don't even quite know how the technology behind it works. But let's say if it does work, I'm gonna love it because of the chaos. That's just me. Is there anything else you guys want to mention?
Nah.
Okay. Alright, so the next few games were indie games that were mentioned in the montage that they had. I'll just mention names because some people might care about these. Path of Exile is coming to Xbox One, which is basically like a Diablo type MMO. Battle Right, which I think has a bit of a fan base. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's kind of like a MOBA mixed with Smash Bros. It's like a battle type. Okay. So maybe some people care about that, some people don't. But this one next game looked fucking awesome. Shift.
Oh my god, that actually looked very fun.
Yeah, it like, okay, so we don't know what it is, but it basically what we saw looks like a hack and slash 2D anime side scroller.
Yeah.
That's my shit. That's my type of game. I like hack and slash. I like anime. You give me good combat and a good story, you got my money. This next one is another indie game, but it looked very interesting. Ashen. That basically looked like a co-op survival horror game.
Yeah. They didn't show any like actual gameplay for that?
There was gameplay, but it was like clipped together.
Okay.
And the creatures look really fucking freaky.
It definitely looked interesting. I'm going to keep my eye on that one.
Same. It looks creepy as fuck, but I'm assuming that was co-op. I'm assuming you're playing with friends.
Unless it's like an AI guy. But I would assume that it'd probably have
Yeah,
co-op.
if it does like co-op and it's good, I want to play that with you guys because that looked cool. I keep saying last one. The next one, this might take a while, but Shadow of War.
Oh dear god. Okay, so this game, it looks so fucking good.
Yes, but we need it to be good. So,
well, like, honestly, seriously, they delayed it, which is overall in the end a good thing, because I'd rather have it be delayed 2 months and not be a buggy mess whenever it comes out.
same, exactly.
And I loved all the voice acting that they had.
Yeah, the voice act. Like, in the first game, every, like, chieftain or whatever you would meet would talk to you, but they didn't have much personality. This one guy we met in a cutscene had some personality.
Yeah, I think his name was Brooks.
Yeah, but although he might be like kind of like how Ratbag was in the first game, where he's a natural character.
Actually, one thing though is that you might be really interested in
What's
is that you know how in the original Shadow of Mordor, how there was characters that were just like they were just always in the game no matter what.
Yeah.
Like for instance, there was the twins that you would kill. That for Ratbag, there was one.
Right. Yeah.
And then there was also that slaver that you would kill. That'd be your first captain kill.
Yeah.
All that's gone. So there's no one that's actually just
Okay.
So there's might be a different types of people. They're gonna have the same lines, but it's gonna be your own guy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's not gonna. Everyone's not gonna have this specific one person.
Yeah. So yeah. Back to what we were saying about the release date thing. It's now being released to October 10th, if any of you didn't know. And I'm glad it's being delayed because when they first showed the trailer, they literally showed in a release date, it would be released in August. And that scared me because I thought that meant they were rushing it. So the fact that it's now being pushed to October gives me hope. Hopefully, if it comes out then, because that's close to my birthday, it'll be good. If they need to push it back a little more, I'm totally fine with that. I'd rather you take your time and make a good game. So that's worth my money.
Oh,
so
man.
Please, who makes this, Monolith?
Yeah, Monolith.
Monolith.
And
That's right. Was there anything else you guys want to add about this?
The game is just looks fantastic. The combat is the Arkham combat, which is just I love
Yes,
that combat
yes.
to death.
I love the new like move they added where you could just stab a guy and have like your Wraith friend kill like Shane kill a bunch
Yeah.
of other guys.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what
Teleport
new.
more just kicking so much ass.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what new abilities they had. But I also kind of want them to keep some of the abilities from the old first game because I love just blowing things up with my arrows.
Yeah.
And like when you shoot them, you teleport to them. I think they did.
Well,
that
they
in the
they
trailer.
showed that off.
Yeah.
I love the what's called in the game how you have to take over like the fort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, against the Overlord. That thing looks so interesting compared to like,
Yeah.
As long as they have enough forts, as well as I really hope they kind of like been hinting at it, but I want it to be 100% confirmed. Is that what's called your force can be taken back?
I think they said something about that, but I'm not sure.
Well, like even if they do have that as an option, I don't want it to be like how do I say it? I don't want to be like, oh yeah, there's a slim chance they could try to take it back. You know, I want it to
Yeah.
actually be like, fuck.
Okay.
They're actually like it feels like actual war going on for these forts.
Speaking about the forts, one thing that I wanted to mention that they didn't mention in this trailer, but I know they mentioned in a previous trailer, is that when you pick one of someone in your army to rule your fort,
Yeah, an overlord.
yeah, their like personality affects how your fort looks.
Yes.
Which is really cool. One thing I did notice in this trailer was that there was a lot of different environments.
Yeah.
So I think this game's gonna be fucking huge. We had like mountains, we had like a forest. I think we had like a swamp, didn't we?
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't. Remember, I thought I saw a swamp, but maybe I'm wrong. There was one last thing. Oh yeah, there looks like there's a bunch of different enemy types. We saw a bunch of big dudes. We saw one guy that had like a chain that could like basically more combat.
There was that guy that had the scorpion chain. And
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
What the hell?
So I definitely see variety in this game.
I would so love to take that guy over and just have him be my my bodyguard. Be like, get over here.
Yeah,
He did that.
That would be so cool. So like I said, we're all hyped for this game, but Monolith, please do not disappoint. The next ones we're just gonna do really quick because we don't know a lot about them. The next one is there's gonna be a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. It's called Ori and the Will of the Wisp. None of us have played Ori, but it looks cool. This game looks great. It made me cry, but like I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I didn't play the first game.
Imagine if you actually knew what the hell was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I don't know what. So now that they're getting a sequel, I want to play the first one. And that's really all we have to say because we don't know much about it. The only last thing in this conference that I forgot to mention, we were talking about the Xbox One X, is they're making original Xbox games backwards compatible.
Yes, that's very interesting. One thing that I would love, I don't know if they're going to do it, but I would love them to do is revive original Xbox Live.
Yeah,
So that you can play all the games that are originally on Xbox Live back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I would love to be able to just put my my copy of Halo 2 into the Xbox One and just play that.
Yeah.
And just play that. That would be awesome.
That
as
would
shit.
be cool. Are there any actually classic Xbox One titles you would be looking forward to play?
What's called? I have what's called Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
It's called. I
Halo.
definitely would like to do that. Some of the old Halo games. What's it called? I think Psychonauts was an Xbox game.
Really?
I think you were interested in Saints Row, Austin.
No.
Not
Max
Saints
Payne.
Row. Max Payne. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mac. That's like completely different games, right there.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
It's just in my head.
Yeah. I don't know many original Xbox One games, but the only one I know that I would like to play was Jet Set Radio. That looked like it'd be cool. Did they say a release date for that or no?
It just says it's coming, which is
Okay.
honestly fine because there's literally 1,000 games for the Xbox 360 and
Yeah.
385. So
Yeah. Yeah, so we're getting more stuff, which is great. So yeah, honestly,
I'm just happy they're doing it. That's a bold move.
yeah. So to wrap this up, I just want to throw this out there. Microsoft hands down had the best conference this E3. They revealed so much.
Conference, yes, but get best stuff to show. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
I mean,
one.
there was a lot that we don't know about, but overall, I think they had the best show. Anyway, that's going to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any games that you saw at Microsoft's E3 2017 you're excited for, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about what they're revealing. And then if you are new here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, everyone.